Hey guys, what's going on? So today is basically just a recap video of everything that I've been doing for drawing every day for a year. So if you think my voice is annoying and you don't like me talking, then I just click off right now because it's going to be pretty boring for you. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of summarize everything that's happened, all the experience, and show you some of my favorite drawings that I've done. And let's just get right into it. In my series, I have gone through 5 sketchbooks in total, and I did cover art for each of them, so you can see that first. This is book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, and book 5. We're first going to start with book 1. Now, obviously, first when I started, I was very motivated to make pretty cool drawings. So you'll see for the first few days, all the drawings are really nice. But at one point, you'll see a pattern that I started to do. It's I was busy. And I was kind of lazy throughout some parts of this, and it happened a lot more than you'd think. If I can find it somewhere in here. But yeah, here are just some of the drawings for the first little bit of me being very productive. And that's the end of that first book. So, on to the next one. So, for the second book with the cover, I decided to keep the same color scheme. And the second book is kind of just the same as the first, except it's a little less. So, you can see I was busy again. There are a few okay ones, you know. It's a lot of different things. So, that's all I really have to say for this one, and yeah. So, as you can see with the third book, I kept a similar color scheme, and for some reason, I decided to do the letters backwards. Well, not letters, numbers. But yeah. So, this book, kind of just the same as the other ones. Not as good as the first, but one thing I wanted to point out is whenever you see a drawing like this with colored pencils, that means I was somewhere doing something. So, yeah, that's why that happened. And that's all I really have to say for this book. So, on to the next one. Now, we're on to the fourth book. I kind of kept a similar scheme on the cover, just different colors. Now, if you were able to be here and see all these sketchbooks, you'd see a few similar things. One is I'd get random spurts of inspiration and do some pretty cool drawings, which are like these ones, which I like. Secondly, later on in the series, you'd notice a lot that my markers would start to run out, as right here. I was very sad because my blue was gone, and I'd use markers every day for a lot of these, so they'd end up running out. Lastly, on this day, October 1st, I hit 100 subscribers. And the video that I've been teasing for forever is my 100 subscriber special, but it's just taken a really, really long time, so I'm very sorry about that. Lastly, the last thing to note is, in this last few pages I ran out, I wanted to do just the 1 week, and I split up the boxes, which you'll see is a similar theme in the next book. So, let's get to that one. Now, for this last book, I actually decided to change up the cover quite a bit, and I went with a different color scheme and a different kind of look. Now, with this book, what I decided to do for a lot of it is I did half split down the middle, because I thought I'd run out of pages, but never actually would. I only got about halfway. The few notable things are, for this week, right here in the middle of November, I just said that I decided to take a short break, which kinda lazy, but I drew a little picture on each of them, and I'm still a little bit sad about that. Secondly, over here, I knew I was getting very close to the end, so I decided to put a little bit more effort into things. Lastly, once I got to the actual end, which is right over here, on the final week, I decided to go back to full page drawings, and I tried to make them as nice as I could. Some of them aren't the best, but I put more effort into these than the other ones in this book. And that's all I really have to say for these books. That's the end of this section of the video. Now on to my final thoughts and reflections. Now, I have a big thing to admit. Once I got to around this book, what I'd start doing is I'd wait till the end of the week and do all the drawings on one day. I really regret doing that, but the main thing that I had a problem with throughout this whole series was just having ideas on what to draw. If you ever decide to do this, what I'd recommend doing is before the beginning of the week, write down 7 ideas that you can draw, and that's all I have to say for that. Now, eventually throughout some of these I repeated some of the same things, but it's just kind of hard to know over a year. But yeah, really sorry about that, and now I just have a few last things to tell you, and then I'll show you my favorite drawings out of all these books. Now, before I show you my favorite drawings, I just have a few last final thoughts. All I really want to say is thank you for coming along with me on this whole thing, and I really enjoyed doing it. I'd recommend anyone else to do it, but you just kind of have to be dedicated. I wasn't sometimes, but it was still fun. Also, it was nice for me because it kept my channel alive, because there was no way I would have posted this many videos. But thanks for watching this series. I had a lot of fun making it, and I know that at least 1 or 2 of you have watched all the videos possibly, so thank you to those 1 or 2 people. And if you haven't seen any of them, go back and watch them. I don't really care. You don't have to, but yeah. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. I really don't care. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you enjoy my favorite drawings from these books. See you in the next video. Bye.